Hands down, the worst part of Rome is the food. I stand by it. I know that's a controversial take, but it's my opinion.
It's my opinion!
So I just got back from a solo trip to Rome because I decided to spend Christmas in Italy. I was just actually back in the US in the fall, and so I thought, why go on that journey again? It didn't really make sense. And I had originally been thinking I would stay in Lisbon, keep myself put, save money at home because that's a good idea. But then the travel bug hit me. I was online, I saw these deals popping up for last minute travel. Something came up for Rome and I said, you know what, Erin, embrace the spirit of spontaneity. And so I did. I think there's so many variables that it's kind of hard to summarize this trip, but I'm gonna do my best with my rose thorn bud of my trip to Rome. Rome is known as the Eternal City, and it makes sense because against thousands of years of evolution, the city remains a snapshot of ancient times. I'll tell you this, it definitely wasn't built in a day, but it was built to last. So I guess my rose is being able to exist in history, to be among it and in this place that's informed so many of our global and cultural norms. And one morning I went for a run. I was able to pass the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, and so much more. And it was almost overwhelming to digest how monumental these monuments were. The other thing that's kind of overwhelming is how many other people want to appreciate the monuments. It turns out Rome is like the third most traveled to city in the world, and it shows even in the slow season. So note, this is not a type B friendly vacation spot. You have to plan and schedule everything, otherwise you will see nothing. And as someone who uses vacations to vacate all responsibilities, it was a learning curve for me. I gotta stand 10 toes down on my thorn and say the worst part of my experience in Rome was the food. It was truly predestined though, because I have a wheat sensitivity and a major lactose intolerance. Rome is the birthplace of creamy carbonaras, rich cacio e pepe, smooth gelatos, and that's the perfect storm for my stomach. I think it's fair to say that food's a major component of any trip, and not being able to be immersed in the food culture can be limiting, even if it is my stomach's fault. I wound up going to this market called Mercato Trionfale. I'm probably saying that so wrong, but I bought fresh produce and a few other things to make in my Airbnb, and I was blown away. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with broccoli leaves. I don't need another green in my life. For the bud, I'm really excited about the things I brought back with me. I really try to be an intentional shopper, and I hadn't planned on buying anything, but I surprised myself and came home with an Italian cow leather purse in this deep, rich, sexy chocolate brown. And it's actually the first purse I've bought in maybe 8 years. And also these super cool pants from Alessandro and Polly. She's a Roman designer. And I just wandered into her shop on my last day in the city, and it was such a serendipitous experience. She even gifted me one of her sketches, an original, which felt so special. And just like the cherry on top of a really magical trip. The great news is I have every intention of going back. I think for a first trip, I got a lot of things right, and I also got a lot of things wrong that I'm willing to remedy. I'm game for a round 2. For instance, I actually missed my tour of the Vatican. I don't want to get into the details because it still kind of breaks my heart, but I need to go back for that. Something else I would do is just embrace a little bit more of the modern culture in these places like Rome and Europe in general, where there's so much amazing ancient history. It's easy to forget that there's new stuff too. So I was able to go see the Maxi Museum, which is like a really well-known modern art museum, just in the kind of outskirts of the city, and it was fantastic. And I also, actually, if I could have 2 roses, it would be going to see this exhibit called Flowers in the Bramante, and it was mind-blowing. The exhibit was so perfectly curated, like kind of telling the story of flowers from the Renaissance period through like AI and how they play into all these different parts of our lives. And wow, I mean, I'm a flower girl anyways. Okay, it's very easy to impress me with the buds, but like, it was such amazing storytelling through art. And I got to see these Antonio Rossio paintings that I've been wanting to see forever. Renaissance masterpieces. So I definitely think like that's a note to just remember for the next trip to like see what else is new in this kind of older space. And then I would probably go back outside of the rainy season because I hadn't really accounted for that. Even though I knew it would be rainy, it was torrential, aggressive, the real deal. And it didn't impact like what I was doing. I still went outside. I just kind of grinned and bared it, but it'd be nice to be out in a little bit of sunshine too. But you know, you can't control the weather, so what are you gonna do? Go back, I guess. Okay, that's it for me, babe. If you want to know more about this experience and other things going on, you can hang out here with me on my YouTube channel or go to my Substack. I've been writing more and enjoying it, incorporating video, and it's just been like a fun way of expressing myself. So go check that out, and until next time, I love you. Ciao for now. Mwah.